regular town scheduled meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone tonight there. I'd like to especially recognize an old friend, Darrell Fisher, back there. Darrell, his dad was a assistant police chief here back, what year was that, my friend? 1994. 1994, yeah. But anyway, I had to look at you twice, so I had to recognize and ask the chief. But welcome, we welcome everyone here today, and those watching by internet, we welcome you also. I'll see what's on the calendar. We have another meeting coming up Tuesday, February the 24th, a regular scheduled town council meeting. And then Wednesday, February 25th, we have open house for the rec master plan, which we're looking to get public input from folks, and hope for everybody, please come out. That'll be at the Vance Street Recreation Center. And then on Thursday, we have a council workshop for the rec master plan at 129 Legion Drive. And then on Friday, February 27th, don't forget this, guys. We got our regular council retreat from 8:30 to 5:50 at the Vance Street at the Recreation Center. Okay, that's got that. You have any public comment tonight?
Yes, sir, there is.
Okay. All right. How many you got? Just that one? Okay, we got one for public comment. I'll lay out the format for that. You'll have 3 minutes to speak, and our town attorney will be watching that clock for that 3 minutes. So I will turn it over to our town attorney and let her call the first person up, the only person up.
Charlie Trump.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me speak. My 3 minutes basically would like to start off by this year is our 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It's our major event for our country's birthday. We have had a beautiful mural put on the wall back on Wall Street about the celebration of General Anthony Wayne, fought in the Revolutionary War, and Colonel Robert Love on there. What I would like to request and ask, if we can, as council members, can request from Kiwanis to be able to fly the American flag from Memorial Day through July 4th holiday weekend to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our birthday. I know that's a very long time. Kiwanis might not be able to do that, but that is a beautiful sight when you come down Main Street and see those flags flying and blowing in the breeze. Comments are always made to me at my business about how beautiful that is. So my request is if you could see if Kiwanis, and if you could approve that, to see if we can have that flying. And then I know we have major events throughout the year, July 4th celebration here in town for all of those events. So that would be my request, and that's why I'm here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that or just, no, okay, all right. Do you have any more there?
No more public comment here.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, we'll move on to our, do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Manager, but I believe we're wanting to delete items 7 and 8 from the agenda. Yes, sir. Okay. I move that we delete items 7 and 8 from the agenda.
Mark that right here. Okay, is that your motion?
Yes.
All right, we need a second.
Second.
Second from Julia, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so like the sign. Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda with a change to item H. It's the wrong year, so put it as 2026.
Second.
Got a second to Chuck, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so like sign. Okay. All right, guys, we got a presentation tonight from our police chief, David Adams. He's got a promotion that he would like to bring up. A well-earned promotion.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. Appreciate your time. It's an honor and privilege to announce Paige Shell's been promoted from sergeant to lieutenant criminal investigations. Give you a little bit of background about Paige. She was the first recipient of the Civilian Volunteers Scholarship Award. I think she went to Hayward Community College. Then she transferred on to Western Carolina and got her bachelor's degree. Then she did an internship here afterwards. She's been at the Waynesville Police Department almost 19 years. She served as a patrol officer, a sergeant in criminal investigations. She's also been on our SRT SWAT team. She's also a paramedic. And in 2022, she got a life-saving award from Red Cross. She jumped into the Lake Junaluska, saved a man who was drowning while other people stood around and watched. And she didn't get her hair wet, which was amazing. Still shocked by that one. But Paige has done a lot for the Waynesville Police Department, and it's an honor to promote her. And thank you for your time, and go ahead and do that. I'll read this to you. You can repeat after me. Here, you get the Bible here. This is a Bible we give the officers when they first get hired or promoted. Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right. I state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States
I, Lieutenant Paige Shell, do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States
and Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as a law enforcement officer, so help me God.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as a law enforcement officer, so help me God.
I state your name, do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof.
I, Lieutenant Paige Shell, do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof.
And I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
And that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
I state your name, do solemnly swear that I will be alert and vigilant to enforce the criminal laws of this state,
I, Lieutenant Paige Shell, do solemnly swear that I will be alert and vigilant to enforce the criminal laws of this state,
that I will not be influenced in any matter on account of personal bias or prejudice,
that I will not be influenced in any matter on account of personal bias or prejudice,
that I will faithfully and impartially execute the duties of my office as a law enforcement officer according to the best of my skills, abilities, and judgment, so help me God.
that I will faithfully and partially execute the duties of my office as a law enforcement officer according to the best of my skill, abilities, and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you. The state added a couple of paragraphs in there. This is our new oath. It sounded like a lot of information there.
That's a novel.
First time we've read this one, so the guinea pig for that one.
Thank you.
You have your son pin that on for you. It's hard to get in there.
I've heard it. We do have paramedics in the room.
That's fine. But all right. Congratulations. Thank you.
definitely always an honor to see someone get promoted here within our own police department. We'll give us just a second. Well, we also tonight have a presentation of awards for the 2025 Christmas parade winners. Eva Hanson.
Good evening, Mayor, Mr. Heights, Ms. Bradley, Council. Appreciate y'all being here and allowing us to present these awards. I'd like to invite Pat Ryan, the president of Kiwanis, to step forward, along with Karen Kalmack and Piper Lofnick. Karen is a Kiwanian, and she was the judge chair for the parade, and Piper, an employee of Publix, has been a volunteer for a couple of years. So it's a great night for Kiwanis to be here. We were not expecting the request to have multi-months of flag display, so that was good to hear. I'd like to ask Karen to go ahead and pick up the third place winner for floats, and that is Legacy Dance Center. They had staff call in sick today, so they're all teaching dance and gymnastics at this time. So for the photo, Piper's going to hold on to that. Would you mind reading it?
2025 Christmas Parade Santa's Appalachian Workshop, third place Legacy Dance Center, presented by the town of Waynesville, EWC, and
All right. Second place, we'd like to invite the Elks Lodge to come up. Representatives.
Yeah. You should be up there on that.
We really appreciate the Elks. They do so much for the community. Last them to hold on.
She's a member of the Elks Lodge also. And a great supporter.
Karen, could you go ahead and read it, and then we're going to ask council to stand and get a photo?
2025 Christmas Parade Santa's Appalachian Workshop, second place to Elks Lodge 1769.
So can you back up a little bit, and we're going to get a photo with all the council people standing up, please, so you can get in the picture with them. With, yeah, and with our Kiwanians, and go ahead. Thank you. We're going to ask you to remain standing over there. And we're going to, Diane from Junaluska Animal Hospital, if you come forward.
The 2025 Christmas Parade Santa's Appalachian Workshop, first place goes to Junaluska Animal Hospital.
Everybody.
Come on.
Get in. No, that's all right. And Diane, if you could stay up here, go ahead and have a seat, Elks Club, and we'll get a photo with you and the Kiwanians, and back up a little bit if you don't mind standing. Council, please. Thank you. And thank you, Candace, for being our professional photographer. We appreciate that.
Good, thank you.
You can tell you all put a lot of work into those floats. Thank you very much. Made it so much fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You take my pictures when you something goes wrong. As long as we're here and we're celebrating, let me stare at Elizabeth because she honored the staff once again during the polar plunge.
Okay. Oh, we're
You
doing-
you don't ignore
Oh,
people
Lord.
that jump into a 50-degree swimming pool in the middle of winter
When it was freezing.
when it was freezing.
It was one of the coldest of record. Team Town of Waynesville won the prize for the most funds raised. And the funds go to Haywood Waterways to support their environmental educational programs and the Kids in the Creek program to get every kid in Haywood County educated about our rivers, get them into the water, support our local educators. And so it's a great program. Myself, Brian Wayman, your new building inspector, Alex Mumby, your land development services coordinator, Tyler Anderson, your stormwater coordinator, and some other friends. Candace, you missed it this time, right? So that's okay. But as did Jesse, and both of them have jumped with us in the past. However, I did want to point out that the prize this year, instead of the plunger, which has been the tradition, is this beautiful piece of artwork that was created by Jesse Fowler.
Oh,
That is-
Yeah, and I'll take it. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes.
I thought that shape looked familiar.
Yeah.
It's Haywood County and then.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's better than a plunger.
That is.
Yeah, that much better than like a plunger. So thank you, Jesse, and thanks for your support of our team.
Yes.
I'm really glad we got one back.
Yeah. Okay, we move on to a request of town council to support and to engage in Haywood County Commissioners on a reinstatement of the annual recreation fund. Dan, are you here?
We'll let Eva Hansen start and kick us off.
You and Hanson
I'm-
also?
I'm back. I'm putting my Kiwanis badge away here. Good evening again. Really glad to be here. We're excited. I'm pleased to serve as the chair of the Waynesville Recreation and Parks Commission. And I'd like to ask my fellow commission members to stand. You recognize, it's not all of them, but so thanks all of you so much. So you've appointed our volunteer commission members to fulfill the suggested duties, including advising with officials and leadership of recreation, assisting in furthering recreation programs, understanding all aspects of the programs, which I don't think is possible, and to represent the town, offering suggestions in constructive criticism, promoting needs and achieving results. We're supposed to be interpreting the wishes and desires of citizens and stimulating public involvement in decision-making. We work hard at doing all those things, some things better than others. We don't have any problem criticizing Luke, though, so. We are here this evening to specifically advise you and offer suggestions and to listen to your opinions. Dan Schultz, a longtime resident of Waynesville and member of the commission, is our spokesperson this evening. And he will share our unanimous recommendation for the pursuit of county financial support for our popular rec center, the dog park, playgrounds, skate park, and on and on and on. So I'd like Dan to step forward and take it away. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. I've got a brief slide presentation prepared for you. Yeah, as Eva mentioned, I've served on the advisory commission for over 12 years, and this issue we bring to you today has got some history. So we're really excited about having the opportunity to speak to you tonight about this and present you with some of the data and our thinking. The Waynesville Rec Center operates as a regional facility. Haywood County leaders recognize that fact and contributed $70,000 annually up until 2009. And understandably, with the recession, and the crippling economic conditions that created, the county halted that contribution then. But the recession is over and that contribution has never been restored. And so it's been 15 years now. Today, the town of Waynesville solely funds a facility that's used primarily by county residents. And I need to repeat that. The town is solely funding a facility that more people from the county use than from the town. We believe that the Waynesville Rec Center makes a significant contribution to the citizens of the entire county. And this data continues to support some of those reasons. Membership at the rec center has grown dramatically. The most recent fiscal year shows that 2,800 participants are served annually. And the program participation has increased by over 400% in 5 years. The revenue generated from membership fees and other activity fees for the most recent fiscal year 25 amounted to $684,000, a significant figure. We turn people away, however, because the programs regularly reach capacity. And primarily that's, if I understand Luke Kinson correctly, that's primarily that summer camp program, which is really popular among the citizens of the county. The revenue trend line over the past 6 years shows steady increases aside from the pre-COVID year of 2019. It has increased each year since then. So revenue's improving, but the annual cost to operate remained 4 to 10 times higher than the revenue that we bring in. So we all know the increases of eggs during those years. The rec centers had those same increases multiplied by quite a bit. And again, I want to emphasize the majority of the rec center participants are county residents. And the figure to remember is 65%. 65% of the participants are not town residents, they are county residents. So the demand is growing, and so has the town subsidy over those years. The youth programs routinely sell out. And again, the summer camps and after-school programs routinely produce a wait list of 150 to 200 children. We wanted to point out that the studies show that access to parks and recreation can reduce mental health issues by 20 to 25% among the population, and increase physical activity and fitness by 15 to 20%, supporting lower obesity rates and improved overall community health for Haywood County residents. And the healthcare cost savings are well documented as well. Director Kinson estimates that between $75,000 and $100,000 in unrealized annual revenue is lost each year due to the inability to staff expanded programs. So despite the revenue growth that the center has generated, the town taxpayers of Waynesville subsidize anywhere from $2.2 to $2.6 million annually to operate the recreation center. So we firmly believe that a county investment could directly support more programs for youth, support working families with after-school programs, and the current funding and facility limitations prevent us from expanding our services to a number of populations. And again, it's worth emphasizing that those summer camp programs are wildly popular among county residents. So in conclusion, we firmly believe this to be a reasonable request to make of Haywood County. So we, the Advisory Commission, respectfully ask the council to submit a formal request to Haywood County to reestablish an annual county contribution starting in either fiscal year 27, this coming July 1, or fiscal year 28. We're aware of the fact that the county is facing some pretty dire fiscal constraints for this upcoming fiscal year. And I've been told that there's really no chance of any addition of a line item to their budget for the upcoming fiscal year. I understand that, but I feel like it's important to go on record as making the request and making them aware of the need now, even if the funding can't occur for this coming fiscal year. And the goal is basic. It's just a fair shared investment in a really valuable and impressive facility that serves this region. We're all really proud to have such a fine facility in our county, and county support should be proportional to the share of non-Waynesville residents using the facility. So that concludes my presentation. If there are any questions, Eva and I are available to answer.
Chuck, do you have anything?
I have had one idea and I've discussed it with the folks at the rec center. Right now, Haywood County employees get reimbursed if they attend the hospital fitness center. They pay their own admission to go, but if they go twice a week for a quarter, then they get reimbursed what they have paid to join or to be a part of the facility. I don't see any reason why the county couldn't do the same thing for our for the Waynesville Fitness Center. And some people would prefer to go to the Waynesville Fitness Center. You know, all the things that we do are drops in the bucket based on what it costs. I mean, the county paying $70,000 back in 2009. I mean, I'm sure it's worth a little more now, but I mean, their fair share would be 1.5 million or something like that if they were to pay for 65% of the folks that went. We charge a little bit more for out-of-town residents, but not a whole lot. We could probably increase that some. I think it's a good idea to put it on the radar, though. And perhaps there are ways, and maybe you have some ideas on how to incentivize the county to do it. I mean, they're getting the free service now. Why should they pay for it? But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some special programs that could be set up that the county could help fund. Maybe, I don't know, maybe county residents could get some kind of admission to those programs. I don't know. There's lots of things that we could talk about and figure it out. We've talked about how to monetize the dog park, how to make it so that you really need to be a rec center member in order to use the dog park, or have some sort of a daily fee or something like that. That might now again, it's hard to collect. I mean, it's not worth paying someone to collect the monies probably, but there may be some things we could do there. We've talked about in naming rights to benches and things like that. All these are minor things that I do think, though, it's a good year to bring it up. But Eva and I tried to get the moderators at the forum last night to ask the question. I think, though, that maybe in the next, I mean, this is just the primary. There's still an election coming up. There are 3 seats open on the county commissioners, and I think this is a good time to ask them.
It is.
Whether they would help support our rec center. I mean, we're going to keep on doing it, but we deserve some support. We really do. And so I don't know if y'all have any other ideas about how we could get the county to do it, get them to do something they don't have to do.
They were that pot of money, you know, when they sold the hospital that they had, that they,
Well, that is the
That's
Haywood
what the
Health
that's it.
Foundation,
is that the
and they
Haywood?
have contributed, I believe.
They were actually the ones who started day camp, not on the go.
They're paying
Yeah.
our base camps.
Base
So
camp on the go.
they are contributing to that. There's, you know, I don't know if there's more money, but that's.
Julie, you have anything?
Mr. Mayor, I think you and I both have been here long enough that we have felt left out with county helping us with recreation. And we have carried that forward. Town of Waynesville has been the spotlight carrying all that forward.
We have.
And been very disappointed over the last 10, 14 years, how long it's been. And I agree with Chuck. It is an election year for county officials. And so to get those people that run for office, to find them and put them on the spot and say, are you going to support the town of Waynesville and our recreational needs? And our recreational needs are huge in the town of Waynesville. You know, we're rebuilding ball fields. We're doing all this other, dog park, as Chuck said. We need help, and the county should step up. And you look at 65 versus 35% of people using their facilities. 65 speaks volumes, and so we need them to step up.
Yeah.
So,
I totally agree with you. John, you have anything to add to it?
I just would make a couple of comments and certainly echo the comments from colleagues up here about the necessity of the county helping us out. But that facility and the programs that it provides really are so beneficial to so many working families in this county. And to learn that somewhere upwards of 200 kids can't participate because we don't have the staff to provide slots for them is just jaw-dropping. And I'm at that facility several days a week, and it is a jewel. The comments that I've heard from people who aren't from around here are just stunned that a community of our size has that kind of facility, and the fact that we're going it alone, basically, in supporting the entire county is both inspiring and just irritating, I guess. And so wholly support this. I think the getting the folks on record who are running for the county commission, I think is a fantastic way. So I say, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the after-school program is enough right there to present to the county that we're taking from the school and helping parents out, you know, until they get off from work at 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, that we're keeping these kids and taking care of them and providing programs for them while they're there. You know, I mean, that alone, I think, is enough to present to the commissioners. If you don't listen and hear that, you got a problem, you know, because it's great. I mean, look what it does to help those folks. You know, the parents that get their kids dropped off by the school, bus drops there, and then they just have to pick them up when they get done from work. And I mean, it's awesome. It really is.
I give you an example. We just had a major snow event, and fortunately, my kids are long gone from Haywood County schools, but finding the ability to have your kids somewhere that is safe and productive, and parents can still go to work is just it's imperative that we continue that and fill those slots for the kids who can't take advantage of it.
For sure. Nathan, you have anything to throw out with?
There's nothing I can add that already hasn't been said, but I'm a strong supporter of fairness, and we need to make sure that the county pays their fair share.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
And
then ask for.
Mr. Mayor, and I think what you've heard that's maybe new is that perhaps some figures on how many additional kids could be served or what we could do if we had additional money may be a good way to appeal to the.
My goal would be that we don't have a wait list.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that would be good. And if I'm not mistaken, they're asking for a letter. They're asking for a letter to the county commissioners, but I think they're willing to help make the presentation to the county commissioners. Is that correct? So-
We'll go anywhere.
We will go.
I mean, we could certainly accompany them if we wanted to, but I think they're wanting to. And so let us know when you want to do that. I assume we're going to pass this here.
Yeah.
So let us know when you're going and see if we can be part of that.
We didn't know how this would proceed from this point on, so we'll
Before you do that, Martha
direction from
has
you.
a question she'd like.
Yeah, I had a couple of questions for things that I didn't necessarily see addressed, and it may be helpful in making your points to the county. How many children who are town of Waynesville residents are waitlisted versus county residents who have a spot? And has the commission considered a town applicant period to give preferential placement to residents over county residents in our more popular programs?
Yeah, good question right there.
Because,
I'll
you
make
know,
that.
if the commissioners listen to anyone, it's angry mothers. It's just my thought process.
That's a great,
That's a good thought. I don't know that you distinguish at the present time, do you?
They have the zip code.
Zip codes, but of course, the zip code doesn't necessarily.
Well, I mean, they've got the information. They
It's
know
done on
county
a first
versus.
come, first served basis.
First come, first served. So
People start lining
We'll
up.
get that information. Yeah.
what I'm saying is we could say that we're going to start
Right,
just serving town of Waynesville kids.
right,
Mhm.
exactly.
yeah, this summer.
I think that percentage breakdown is probably parallel with the number of children. It may be even more, higher percentage of county residents with children.
I mean, I think that number could be, and I
Hmm.
imagine that there would be some parents who would be very upset to learn
Yeah.
that their kids didn't have access to that resource because the commissioners would not.
Just might be a good motivator for the county.
Yes, you gotta camp out and get small camps.
Yeah. Maybe we should right now.
That could impact some schools. We could depend on that for summer childcare.
Well, we could
be
We
a
could
policy.
make say, we are going to prioritize town
Residents.
residents
town
and
employees.
town employees.
But yeah, it just occurred to me that that is very powerful information.
Yeah.
That could help
Yeah, for sure.
make some folks think about it differently.
So noted, yeah. Thank you.
Well, now we need to pass this motion here to authorize the town. Would like to make this motion.
I'll make a motion to authorize town council to move forward as a unified body to engage the Haywood County Board of Commissioners in discussions regarding the reinstatement of annual county funding for town recreation facilities and programs with the funding amounts to be determined.
Second,
I got a second with Julie. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, show like sign. Okay.
In closing remarks, we're very grateful and we are motivated and we really appreciate the opportunity to work with you on this and make it happen. There. In closing, I just want to mention Justin, who's on the commission. He's fairly new. He's
He's my neighbor.
your neighbor, so you know he's a Waynesville resident. He has kids. He works for the VA. He's a vet, and he started out asking a lot of questions and jumping right into work. Mitch has a couple of children and lives out in Allen's Creek, and his daughter goes to the after-school program, and has been very involved. And met Dan, and Mandy was a critical leader in our first fundraiser, Rec Jam 25. So they've all, rolled up their sleeves and they're doing great work together. So thank you again for this opportunity.
You got one thing wrong. Dan lives right outside the city limits. And
I'm sorry.
I have tried to get.
Well, you better annex them.
Request annexation, but it doesn't.
ETJ.
And lastly, I promise, I was at the rec center in the lobby working on something while I waited for my husband who helps out with the judo program there. I was there from like 4 to almost 5. And I could not believe the number of people coming in and, I'm paying up, I'm behind, I'm paying up. Okay, I'm going to get ahead. I want my kid in this or that or whatever. in people of all ages and people from different parts of the county. And even a couple people are here visiting, paid their daily pass. So it was exciting to see, and it was a great experience for me before coming here and presenting this information to you. Thank you again for all your support.
Thank you guys for everything you all do on that board. You make a difference. You really do. You make a difference, and we appreciate that from the bottom of our heart. We don't know a lot of stuff unless you bring it to us, so we appreciate that. We'll move on. All right, we'll move on to Main Street Mural Public Art Commission presentation, George Kennedy. My friend George Kennedy.
Good evening, members of the commission. It's a pleasure to be back with you again this evening. My name is George Kennedy. I'm the chair of the Waynesville Public Art Commission. And we've been working hard to install a new piece on Main Street. And we had put out a request for qualifications nationwide for artists to apply for this. We had 15 artists apply that met the qualifications. From that, we narrowed it to 7 artists, and then we narrowed it to 4 finalists. The finalists did a presentation here last night for our commission and for the public. We have a finalist that's from North Carolina, South Carolina, New York, and Ottawa, Canada. And then our commission met this afternoon and went through the art and what it depicts. And we'd like to bring our nominee before you, and he's online with us tonight, Max Dowdle from North Carolina.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. It's nice to be back in the room, if not just virtually, but I really appreciate the opportunity to talk tonight about this project because it's near and dear to me. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the process so far, and I was very happy to get the good news today. And I just briefly, I spoke with the Arts Council yesterday and talked about I'm doing a statewide project that is 100 murals in all 100 counties of North Carolina. And so this will be the mural for Haywood County, and I'm thrilled that this is going to be it. I'm so happy so far with the design. We're going to tweak it some more. We do another information listening session, but this is what we're at right now. And I'm here to talk about it, answer any questions, and go from there.
So this mural will be installed down at Truist, the mural on the side, the drive-through area. We have permission from the building owner, and Rick Bolivar, who did the mural that's currently there, had endorsed this project. So that's where this would be located. And on the far left of the mural will be a depiction of the original arch that was over Main Street. And it's interesting, if you stand at that corner and you were to look at that mural there, you can see the new arch at the end of Main Street and kind of see the bookends of the 2 arches. As Max mentioned, we're going to meet with members of our commission and tweak the images that are in the postcards that go through the mural to do historic buildings and historic events during near the time that the original arch was erected. So we're asking your permission to Max to do this mural. We would start in April and well, we'd have it completed in April and do a dedication in early May.
You're wanting to get it done in like 2-3 months? Oh, wow.
It's in our first area.
I know.
Certainly not Max.
Yeah, and Max can do this in about 6 to 7 days. And I don't work.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize too that his goal is to do a mural in each of the 100 counties in North Carolina. And he's already, how many murals have you already done, Max?
12 are completed, and I have an additional 10. This will make 11 that are on the docket for 2026.
Right. And one of them is Buncombe County is coming up,
Mhm.
and that's just prior to this mural,
That's right.
just prior to.
Motion going here, guys.
I move that we commission Max Dowdle for the fabrication and installation of a public art installation located at 121 North Main Street.
Got a second by John. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, show like sign. We look forward, my friend, to seeing you here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much for.
Great. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, we took number 7 off and number 8 off,
Eight's
correct?
That's correct.
And number 8 off. So we gotta get back on the program. Number 9, request for a brick sidewalk installation along Walnut Street as part of the North Carolina DOT-5839. Miss E.T.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. You may recall many years ago during public hearings for the Russ Avenue Improvement Project, DOT came forward with their preliminary designs. And there was a lot of concern about that portion of the project that concerned Walnut Street. Walnut Street is the upper portion of US 276. So it is part of the Russ Avenue project, even though Walnut Street sort of starts right there at Boundary. It is part of the Russ Avenue project. And there was a lot of concern about the impacts of the designs on that neighborhood, particularly because as you're coming towards Main Street to the left, that is a historic district that's on the National Register, and it's called the Spread Out District. So we worked with DOT to make several amendments to their plans. You may remember we compressed the width of the roadway. And we also, our Public Services Department sought easements from adjacent property owners so that we could bury some utilities and move them off of the roadway. So the town's done a lot of work. Well, in that discussion, there was conversation about brick sidewalks. And what DOT had said to us then and are saying to us now is that DOT will replace like for like. So right now on the west side of Walnut Street in front of the Presbyterian Church, there was some brick sidewalk, which they have put in or are planning to replace along a portion of that side of Walnut Street. On the east side of Walnut Street, there is just concrete sidewalk. If we want to have brick to match the Presbyterian Church side, we have to pay the difference in cost. You'll see attached that Max Buchanan, who is the engineer on the project, has provided us some cost estimates. And the differential to match the brick sidewalk on both sides would be $54,526. If we want to take the brick sidewalk all the way down to Boundary Street, which would provide essentially the frontage of the spread out district, that would be upwards of $90,000. So I'm asking for your direction tonight so that we can circle back with the DOT engineer and I can work with the finance department to bring a budget amendment to you for that purpose. So 2 questions, is this still of interest? And then secondly, what would be the scope? Do you want it just to match like for like on either side, or do you want it to go all the way from Main Street to Boundary Street?
Anthony, you're a DOT.
I know. My personal feeling is I would really like to see it on both sides, going all the way to Boundary Street, just for aesthetic purposes. But I do know that we have constraints as well. So I would be okay with doing like for like on both sides.
That's a question.
Yes.
The sidewalk goes, the brick sidewalk now goes down to about the middle of the house.
Correct.
Used to be the park, well, no, it didn't, yeah, it used to
Yeah,
be,
just past where the manse used to stand.
right. It's a parking lot now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
is an
that's
old,
Yeah, that's from
That's an old
2000.
one there.
old picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it,
You had
it,
you had the current picture.
it goes down to the parking lot.
right.
Yes.
And you
There's
say
the
it would
new
be
one.
50,000 to match it on the other side?
Yes. That's,
But-
that's the
and then
DOT.
40,000 to put it down both sides from there all the way down?
Well,
That doesn't make
remember,
sense.
part of it is mobilization.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
And part of it is they're gonna be replacing that sidewalk anyway. They've dug it up.
So it's just the difference.
So it's the base, it's just as easy, it's easier just to actually run it the whole way. Because they would
Elizabeth,
switch.
that's in a historic district. Is there any preservation money we could get to help us with that?
Unfortunately, no. Now, there is a little pot of money from fee in lieu of sidewalk construction that we have collected along Russ Avenue. When Starbucks was built, Publix was built, and Popeyes was built, the DOT project was 2 and 3 years old. And it seemed, according to our ordinance, not useful to require them to build a sidewalk only to have DOT come and pull it up. So in lieu of their construction, we got engineer cost estimates approved by our Public Services Department, and they paid a cost to construction to the town. And we have that money somewhere. Now, of course, these were previous costs, right? And just for those segments, we know we have about $22,000, which, today's cost doesn't, certainly doesn't cover that small section. We do have a little bit of money we could add towards it in the amount of $22,000 or so.
As you know, I'm not a proponent of spending money
I do
necessarily.
know that about you.
But,
Yeah.
this is a gateway into downtown.
Let me
Yeah.
put it this way. One of the most charming aspects of our downtown is the brick sidewalks.
Yep.
Everybody comments on that.
Yep.
So the thought of spending an extra $40,000 certainly is it's a little bit of a tough pill to swallow, but to think of generations from now, people walking down that, and it's just an extension of the downtown. So I say let's go for broke.
My thing is, it's going to cost $40,000 or $90,000 now. If we decide to do it later, it's going to be $250,000 because you have to tear it
That's
up.
right.
to the back.
So let me ask you this,
Do it.
they've already completed the sidewalk all the way down the church side of Walnut. Although the sidewalk's all in.
Yes, on
On
that
the-
side.
On
And then on the
left-hand
other side,
looking at the picture.
it's dug up.
Right.
And
Is there a cost to put it down the right-hand side, the whole way? Would that be less than adding it on the left-hand side where there's already a new sidewalk and which is not in the historic district? I don't, or is it?
well, the historic district is, looking at the picture, it's on your right.
On the right-hand side.
Where the brick didn't exist. Which is kind
Right.
of-
And the Presbyterian Church is also part of the historic
Historic
district.
district.
And that's why the brick sidewalk is there. Yes.
So essentially, what's on the table is, number one, matching the church side with brick,
Take you about
Or-
halfway.
or running brick all the way down on the historic district side to Boundary. Is that correct? Okay.
And I forgot to mention that our Historic Commission, Bill Revis, Mr. Revis, brought this up to me, and I'm really grateful that he did. And he said, do you remember all those discussions we had? And I thought they were going to do brick sidewalk. And went into the notes and the minutes, and we did have this whole discussion and talked to the engineer, and the engineer said, well, you know, we're in this opportunity where it's not difficult at this point for DOT to amend their contract. And then we would pay DOT's contractor to put it in. So we're not having to do the work or anything. It's just a real timely observation by Mr. Revis, and I appreciated his bringing it up.
If we do this, I bet you money that 25, 40, 50 years from now, people are look at that and just, it's a no-brainer, you know, that we did that. Of course we did that. So I say, let's go.
John,
on.
I totally agree with you because truly that's not the gateway to the Smokies. That's the gateway to Main Street, Waynesville.
Yeah.
Everybody comes off the interstate and that's the way they go up and those historic houses on the right side and
One of which
And
is our
this-
Chamber of Commerce. too.
exactly. And the historic, you know, the church there, you know, yeah, nobody likes, I don't like spending extra money. Everybody knows that about me on this board,
I
but
also know that about you.
yes. But again, John used the word no-brainer. This is the true entrance to Main Street, Waynesville.
It's 276.
It is.
Yeah, it's 276.
It's the-
Follows that
yeah.
up there.
And,
Yeah.
and, you know, it's going to be there generations after we're all gone.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Let me ask, you think we need it on both sides of the street?
I can see how much
That's
more that would
really-
be to continue it
Okay.
on the Church Street side all the way down to the corner as well.
They would have to dig up what's
Yeah.
there.
That, they've already built a new sidewalk there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would, there would be some demo plus
Yeah, the
construction.
new
stuff's
sidewalks
right there, but yeah,
already from
yeah.
Presbyterian
In
Church
front
all
of
the
the
way
Chamber
down
of Commerce,
to the curb.
absolutely.
But I'm 100% for doing it on the historic side,
Yes,
all the way down.
I agree.
And I'm in favor of matching it as it is now.
So your direction.
Well, we're gonna have to vote on it.
Yeah. And then I'll work with Mr. Heights and our finance team to come back to you guys. Formal budget proposal.
I think it would look particularly nice as we're looking at the picture, on the left-hand side, there's some nice brick walls there.
Yeah.
Which we saved.
Which we saved. That was.
If y'all remember, we
um,
fought hard to save that because the state was going to take that whole thing out.
Yeah. it was
They
gonna
were
be-
gonna add an
And of
extra
course, you can
lane.
see, I mean, the sidewalk already comes down, you know, to the entrance to the parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the brick sidewalk already, so.
So
Even if you matched it on both sides, like Chuck said there, with the church, it would look good, you know, either way, but knowing
So-
that.
I guess what I'm thinking about is there's so many sidewalks in town that need to be repaired, need to build and that sort of thing. That's the problem I have. And John, you mentioned that too.
But it would definitely look,
It is hard
especially
to-
on the historic side. You know, it would look good.
So someone's got to make a motion.
I would move that we continue, we do the sidewalk brick all the way down to Boundary.
Just on that one side.
Yes.
Okay, just on that.
Well,
one
the other
side.
side's already done.
The other
Yeah.
side's
Yeah, the
done.
other side's already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, I think that is, I mean, asking too much. to-
No.
All the way to the Hips house. We're
Yeah.
going all that way down to the Hips
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Correct.
Because they finished that one side over
Yeah.
there and it looks nice.
Yeah.
I will second your motion.
Oh, got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Opposed, show like
I'm
sign.
gonna vote against it.
Okay, we got one.
You want a solar panel, baby.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ET, for all your hard work on that. Recycling can grant opportunity, John Factor.
So, first of all, this is something we've long needed, and I do want to thank Chuck for bringing this grant opportunity to my attention. And we've long had the need to have recycle bins. And so talked to Jesse about the possibility of, if we did it downtown, extending that to Frog Level and Hazelwood. And you see the possibility. I did exchange emails with the program administrator at the DEQ, and she said it was definitely a viable possibility. And so I was thinking about this, funnily enough, when I was wide awake at 4 o'clock this morning. If you've been downtown and happened to glance at one of our garbage cans, you're going to see plastic bottles, drink bottles, cans, and glass bottles in there. And all of that goes to the landfill. And the landfill is finite. That isn't, there isn't capacity there forever. And so the DEQ, the lady indicated that, these are the kinds of things, pulling things out of the refuse stream that can be recycled and therefore aren't going into the landfill. So very, very straightforward. Jesse provided the figures, so it would cost us about $30,000.
The last set of 30 cans that we got off,
Yeah.
it might have gone up.
Okay. So, and the project we scoped at about 36,000 total. And that includes the cans as well as some literature and education and some decals for the cans to indicate what will be accepted. And so that if we request $30,000, the town would need to match 20% or $6,000. So that is my motion.
That includes Hazelwood and Frog Level?
Hazelwood and Frog Level. There's about 30 cans total.
Yeah.
So we would have a 1-to-1 match of garbage cans to recycle cans.
I think that's a great idea. So your motion is to authorize the grant application and to match that amount.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, got a motion second by Chuck. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so like the same. Okey-dokey.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Is Sandra going to help you with that grant application?
I don't think so. I sent the lady at the DEQ the kind of outline of the grant, and so it's ready to go. I do need to add a flyer that would show the decal that we put on that for the receptacles. So
We did a decal for
Oh.
recycling, and Print House has that. We did a
Okay.
magnet, so we can get the camera ready or give it to you. It's
Great.
already done.
wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. And I will submit that tomorrow. The deadline is Friday.
Okay. All right, thanks, John and Chuck, both
Thank
for
you.
working on that.
Excellent.
That's a great idea. It might help our sanitation a bit. I've noticed, sir, by having, the one canner to putting everything in, Rob will tell you, they fill them up, don't they? They fill them up quick. And our poor old guys, I've seen them have to, especially after an event, after an event or something like that. So maybe having the two, separation there would give a little cleaner look, than garbage coming out. That's what we do it once a week. Is that what we pick up on the street?
I honestly can't.
I mean, I can't, I think it's once a
It's
week.
probably once a week.
Yeah. Which that would help, the guys there by having, I know they have to pick 2 cans up, but still, yeah, I'm talking about the
Well,
garbage.
they just pick the liners up.
Yeah.
They just open the cans up.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to communication from the staff. Rob, you have something there for us tonight?
Well, I believe y'all have a retreat coming up in a couple of weeks. I've fleshed out a rough draft of the retreat, showing you what the staff could present to you if you'd like to see this. If Chuck came by today and added a couple items. We still have places for council items. Certainly your items go ahead of ours. But if any of you'd like to have items brought to the retreat, give me a ring, especially if you need research done. Give me a ring as soon as you can, and I'll add it, and we'll firm this up and get it back out to you.
Julia's got one,
I do.
the fire department.
Oh, yes,
Huh?
always.
This
yes.
is your chance.
Now, number
I
11,
think we are on
Julia.
there. Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Number 11 is.
It's
is-
capital equipment.
Yeah, and that's
yes.
gonna be fairly cut and dried.
Good deal.
I hope, since we're working with USDA and they're gonna require us to do the same paperwork as if we were applying for a grant, I suspect that paperwork could be used as a loan to buy the truck, the other 50% of Fire Station 2, and the renovation of Fire Station 1 to convert it to have more than 2 bunks in it. It needs to have 6.
Yeah.
And Chris and I have been talking about how to do that and do it under the existing roof of Fire Station 1.
Yeah.
So that'll be just to show you kind of what your capital outlay will be if you do a USDA loan.
Right. Okay. You have anything else? Sir?
Nope, I just plead with you to get with me before the day before the retreat, if you need some statistical work done or some research.
Okay. All right. Martha, you have anything? We're just glad you came back,
There were moments when staying on a boat with an open bar, it was very tempting.
Yeah, for sure.
We get a social district, we just bring our drinks in here.
Yeah, much but also I was very glad to get home. So,
Also-
thank you very much.
Also, appreciate you pointing that out about Waynesville residents versus county residents, with the
Brilliant.
part
Yes.
thing.
Well, right. I mean, if town of Waynesville residents contribute their tax dollars, then their children deserve to have a first shot at those slots. If we're turning children away, let's make sure it's the folks who are contributing.
I think that's good. We talked about drastically raising the rates for county residents.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways. There's some people that really need to come and want to come. And so, we want to serve everybody, and particularly folks who need it, and lower income folks too. I mean, we don't want to price them out of it. So
Yeah.
it's hard.
It is, it's very hard.
But we should be prioritizing the people who are paying. for it.
Exactly.
100%.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Move on into communication from our council. We'll start with Anthony. Do you have anything?
I do not, sir.
Any good news on the DOTs?
Our MPO meeting is next week. We are moving forward on quite a few projects, but like to mention rail from Salisbury to Asheville is back on the table. There's some studies that show that impact to the region. It's substantial. It's like billions of dollars of potential impact. So it's back on it's back. So we will be having public meetings for those, and hopefully people will attend and support rail.
The only complaint out there I hear about the DOT, they got every bridge in Haywood County tore down, every road tore down.
Absolutely, and
It's a mess.
And I'm grateful that they're actually doing that work, since a lot of them were unsafe.
Yeah.
So
when it gets done, it'll be beautiful.
It'll be very beautiful, and They're doing a lot of work in the region.
Yeah.
We're fortunate that we're actually getting work done.
Right.
Right.
Great. My friend John?
I would, y'all should have gotten an email from the League of Municipalities about the City Vision Conference coming up in May, early May. I'm already signed up to go. Went last year, really eye-opening.
Where's it gonna be at this year?
In Raleigh.
In Raleigh?
And the town will be recognized for our commitment to civility participation. So would hope to see some of y'all down there with me. So
It helped remind me that the board needs to designate you as a voting member.
Yes.
okay.
They did
We
that
need to
for
have-
URI.
Yeah, that's right. We need to do that. And we'll send your credentials in
Okay.
to the staff of the
You
league.
need a motion to that effect?
Yes.
I move we
Thank
make
you.
John our official representative at the League of Municipalities meeting.
All right.
Second.
Second by Julie. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Thank
so
you,
like
Judge.
sign.
Send that to Ms. Williams.
All right. You're the voter.
Now you're stuck.
You're the voter.
Now I have to go, right?
Well,
That's how that works.
That way ICE won't kick you out. You'll actually have an ID.
Yeah.
You'll be a voting member. Just make sure you have a driver's license.
I got it.
A real ID at that.
Yeah,
got
going to
it.
Raleigh, you're gonna need a passport.
I added my passport to my
You're gonna.
Apple ID, yeah, that's,
Apple ID.
I have mine in my wallet too.
Julie, do you have anything?
Not, sir, thank you. Next.
Chuck?
Just one thing, we have an applicant for the planning board,
Okay.
an ETJ member, and I'm willing to help interview
I
John.
would love to.
Okay,
You got
Sam.
then,
Otherwise I will.
Right.
then, I'll talk to you afterwards, and we'll let Candace know time, okay?
Okay.
I've got time, she can come, so.
Is that all you have, my friend? Okay. All right. Entertain a motion, we adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Got a motion by Chuck? Second by
Second.
Julia. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, show like sign. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.